evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Encore screening of Krayola. My name is Jules Pamisa, the writing committee head of the Xavier Stage, and tonight I am going to be your host / moderator. So before we would begin the show, we would like to call the Vice President of the Xavier Stage, Miss Rizza Almonia, to deliver the opening remarks.
Good evening, everyone. The Xavier Stage would like to welcome you all to the Encore viewing and talkback session for TXS Creative's Krayola. This production was the entry for the 16th Tanghal National University and Community-Based Theater Festival. We are pleased to share with you all once again. I would like to take this opportunity to give acknowledgement and gratitude for the presence of our dear audiences this evening. Xavier University, Capital University, Cagayan de Oro National High School, Liceo de Cagayan University, Pilgrim Christian College, Eagles English, Central Mindanao University, and Casadia Theater Club. Thank you for coming tonight, and please do enjoy the show.
Thank you, Miss Rizza Almonia. We will now like to call Miss Camille Reyes to say her playwright note.
Hello, and gabi sa tanan. Last January, the Xavier Stage received an invitation to participate in the upcoming 16th Tanghal, a National University and Community-Based Theater Festival, with this year's theme, Theater Beyond Borders Amid All Social and Environmental Challenges. This festival is a flagship project of the NCCA National Committee on Dramatic Arts in celebration of the National Arts Month. With that said, in collaboration with the TXS Writing Committee, we created tonight's play entitled Krayola. We were assigned to create our very own story in regards to arts and theater as essentials in addressing hunger and poverty, as well as other participating theater groups. My co-writers would agree when I say that writing this story was a struggle not only because of the given time frame and the obvious restrictions due to COVID, but as well as wanting to create a story that not only is it artistic, but would also leave an impact to our audiences. I would first like to thank the NCCA National Committee on Dramatic Arts for the opportunity to be part of their program, as well as to our founding director, Mr. Hobart Xavier, and the Xavier Stage. To the wonderful minds in the writing team, Rizza Almonia, Jules Pamisa, Felicity Celocia, May Ceniza, Sernicula, and Carren Naces for the afternoon and late night discussions, writing, and editing. To the amazing cast and production team of Krayola, our family and friends, and last but definitely not the least, I would like to express my gratitude to Krayola's director and our artistic director, Mr. Tat Soriano, for the opportunity to participate in something bigger than us, entrusting us to create tonight's story, as well as for the support that you have given us. I really do hope you enjoyed tonight's production. Thank you so much, everyone, and maayong gabi pagkasal.
Thank you so much, Camille Reyes, for that playwright note. And now we would like to call on our artistic director and the director of Krayola, Sir Tat Soriano.
Good evening, everyone. I hope you're all safe and well in your homes. Thank you so much for joining us in this Encore screening of Krayola. Krayola is actually our very first production for this year, 2022. Though it is not part of our annual season, we took the opportunity to participate in the 16th Tanghal. This is a university-based, community-based theater festival. So we joined other theater companies throughout the country and celebrated during the Arts Month. So this production is probably, I would say, one of the shortest amount of preparation time we had, because we got the invitation last, I think it was second week of January, and the deadline for the submission of our production or play was the first week of February. So there was a lot of contemplation whether if we are able to join this festival, and but we also grabbed the opportunity to really share and promote theater and the arts. So The show is a one-act play, but it is a hybrid of a one-act play because it shows two scenes. It is short, it's 15 minutes, but it does have a strong and powerful story, and we hope that you would enjoy the show. So with that, once again, I would like to thank everyone who is here, and I hope you enjoy the show, inspire, and take care.
Thank you, Sir Tat Soriano, for the director's message. And now, so before we begin, I would like to remind the audience to observe proper etiquette. Kindly turn off your camera and microphone during the show, and please be respectful in the chat box. Also, after the show, we will be having a talkback session, and please utilize the chat box for your insights and or comments. So thank you and enjoy the show.
Oh, ga! So yun lagi ka.
Siyempre, dapat lang na ako karon kay birthday sa kong unika iya. Aman ako ni Butang.
Ay, diha lang sa aga. Kay murag naman sa siya mo abot.
Ay, ga. Unsa pa man akong matabang.
Patabang ko diri ga. Pag-andam lang kay murag. Happy taro ba ang school bus? Surprise! Happy birthday, anak!
Daddy! Ano din, Daddy?
Of course, birthday gud sa akong unika iha karon. Dalaga naman kaayo ka anak oy. Basing ga-crush na ka ha.
Wala man, Jod. Wala. Wow! Ano ko favorite na chicken? So, lahat dugid marshmallows. Spaghetti with dugang cheese, yay! Alam mo, muna giluto para sa ako tanan.
Kabulumagod ko sa imong mga paborito, nak. Kaning fried chicken, gitabangan ko ni Chef Tessie ani. Iyan yung recipe. O kaning spaghetti, specialty ni sa resto. O mas ni special ni, kay gihimo na ako ni para sa kong unika iha.
Agoy, dili sad ko magpapildi oy. Nak, kabalo ko sa imong gusto na regalo.
Nasad ko'y gift?
Tada!
Wow!
Hala, crayons! Kabalo, ka sa akong ganahan, di. No, 64 ka ba colors?
Ga,
Unsa man ga?
salamat kaayo.
Para sa
Kaya nga ka karon, kompleto ta.
ako man dapat ang magpasalamat sa imuha. Kay gilutuan nimo siya sa iyang paborito. Naghanda gyud ka para sa iyang birthday. O ikaw ang gaatiban sa iya.
Mami, Daddy, tsoda kaayo.
Ganahan ra kanak.
Ganahan kay Daddy. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ay, hala, kadali lang na. Naalang ko'y kuhaan sa kusina.
Okay, Mami. Di, kabalo bitaw ka? Di pa ko.
Kay birthday nimo?
Oo, pero mas nalipay ko kay naa ka. Kompleto ta.
Of course, anak. Kabalo baya ka nga kamo ni Mami ang akong kalipay. Na ako'y iingon ha, pero ayaw sa isa ba sa imong Mami.
Dagan lagi surprise ko ron. Unsa day na di?
Unya na, pagbalik niya.
Malipay jud siguro si Mami ana ba? Ako sad pud di.
Dili kompleto ang birthday.
Wow.
Kung walay cake.
No chocolate cake, favorite na ako, Mami.
Uy, kinsa ka ani? Ay, Mami! Kumusta naman ka? Uy, huwag na tawaran na kita. Gimingon na ko nimo. Nabisigid ka ayo ko lately, Mareng. Bago lang man jud mi nagpatukod sa mong bag-ong restaurant. Uy, birthday pud ba ni May karon?
Unang yan ko karon kay ako pabilin sa imo.
Mm.
Kung ako napyaperan si May.
Uy, wow!
Uy, mabisita ka, kaya kung mo restaurant maring ha.
Salamat kaayo maring. Wala problema. Dili gid pwede nga wala ka. Kanus ang makabakante.
Kaya kung mga asikasuhon man, may kulis tingali. Tulog adlaw gikan karon. Oh, sige, di na ko magdugay. Congrats again sa imong restaurant maring. Muna sa ko. Kita na sa.
O sige maring. Salamat kaayo. Ingat ka. Oh, hinahinay lang.
Sorry, may excited na magdugay ko. Favorite pa dyan ako nga flavor.
Ay, ga.
Mm.
Naday toad ko surprise.
Sa man sa naga. Wow. Halaga. Nindot kayo. Thank you, ga.
May, di, nasad ko yung surprise. Kadumdum mo atong poster making contest sa Nutrition Month. Ako nakadaog sa first place!
Grabe, Judy, ang unika iha. Uy, maka-proud kaayo. Congrats, anak.
Unsa pa man di ay, liwat sa daddy.
Sus.
Nipay kay ko nga, makita ta mo na happy kayo. Excited na sad ko sa akong birthday. Pwede na ako i-blow akong candle.
Oh, sige na. Pero, ato sang dagutan. Okay.
Happy birthday, anak.
Happy birthday, nak.
May, di, dapat doon ta mag-wish.
Kasweet pa sa atong anak, oy. O, sige, nak. Wish na ta. Kapiste ba rin bataan eh? Kasi man isulod sa imong utok kung gipalo man imong kandila. Ay, pasensya kayo, madam. Ako mo ditong anak. Kanang, madam, dili lagi mo magpalabada. Hindi naman, lagi kayo nakuporta ka rin, madam.
Lah, pasensya na po, Lizel. Pagkura dyan may nagpalabada karong simana.
Aw, kaupa. Sige, salamat, madam. Pero kung naaman gali, asa man akong makorta din eh. Nga nagkulangan naman eh. Imo gihilabtan ba? Gigamit na sa di mo?
Nabuang naman siguro ka, Lizel. Kita kang gayon ko, Draco Delio. Nga nung ako yung pasanginlan.
Oh, kay mo ano gini imong kinaiya? Di na ko siguro kumakurat. Kay wala na kay lagi buhat kung dili magsige na naglala. Mura ra bag unsay matabang.
Si pakakaog storya, Lizel. Uy! Gadako na mong bapapayhana ka. Pangitaan na, dira.
Oh, tan-awa ra? Mamakak pagid ka nga na nimaho na magalit kag tuba. Aha mo tayo magikuha ka kwarta.
Ah, yawa. Unsay pagtanaw nimo sa ako? Kawatan? Pangutan-an ay mong anak ko kay labtunon kay nang dako.
Ang bata pa'y pasanginlan nimo.
Buisit! Ako lugar! Hoy, Lizel. Wala ko yung madaw-daw nimo ha. Unsay mong ginapanghambog? Kanang paglaban imong sanina sa silingan?
Kay ngano? Nakatabang ba kasuka dire? Sa amua? Kada piso nga imong kitaon, mapadulong lang tanan si mo mga luho.
Mao na. Kaya hastang kwentador kayo ka. Kaya ikaw di, kabalo ka, nga gay panggutom ta diri. Di ka di mo iprinda imong kwentas. Kabalo ka makakwarta ta ana.
Ay, salamat, Lizel. Nagtagpo ra gyud ta. Sige na kung balik-balik diri sig pangita nimo. Marok kay ka ha? Imong anak kay mo ibilin diri sa inyong balay? O, asa na imong bayad?
Maring Adya, kamusta naman
Ay,
ka?
kung imari-mari diya, Lizel. Asa naman? Napakay plano mo bayad?
Ani majuti Marie. Magbayad naman unta ko, pero na-short magod ko sa kwarta. Pwede sa sunod adlaw na lang, Marie. Hangyo lang unta na ko sa imo karon ba?
Ay, ambot na lang, gyud. Sa sige ni mong ugma-ugma, waon na lang kus Ginoo, wa pagyapon ka kabayan. Tulo ka adlaw, Lizel ha. Tulo ka adlaw.
Sige, daghang salamat, Mare. Pasensya na kaayo. Bayaran na ta kapuhon.
Nangutang ka? Wa ka, Kuya Pe. Tapos napakagana magsuko-suko sa kuha.
Oh, unyag ng utang ko. Sa tanaw ni mo, mabuhi ta sa kong pagpanglaba lang, ha? Unya, ikaw, imong pagugikuha ang kwarta nga akong tinigong para unta pang tugod sa akong bagong restaurant.
Ikaw din. Napakay pa. Restaurant. Gawa manggali tayo kwarta. Ayaw ko, Igna. Nga pa ka na human sa imong pangandoy. Na mahimong chef.
Ay, kusugdi, Anthony.
Kay, tinuod. Ehantod karon. Nangandoy pa ka na nakay restaurant nimo. Tanawar gud ta diri oh. Mas pilion pa nako ang mag-inuma ug malimta ng tanan kaysa mangandoy pabalik. Duol na kay Tulizel. Nahuman na unta ko sa akong eskwela. Ug naka-abroad na unta ko. Nanaunta tayo negosyo karon. Ug basin, ana kay restaurant nimo. Pero wala. Wala kay niabot siya. Ug nagupahan tanan.
Dili niya sala nga naa siya dire. Kita ang ginikanan, Anthony. Kita ang may responsibilidad sa iya. Kung nagpakaamahan lang ka, o bisag kas agitagaan nimo siyang atensyon, basin na dawat pa nimo ang atong anak, o basin matarong pa na imong panghuna-huna.
Di ba? Huwag ka naminaw. Hala, sige, pag-uban mo!
Hoy, anong matapaman ka?
Walang ko itong drawing, ma.
Si drawing. Sa man ko ni makuha ni mo, anak? Asam kagi ka na ng Krayola? Tubag ako, May. Asa na gikan?
Kuan, ma. Ayaw sa kasuko.
Asa lagi na gikan?
Ikan sa drawer, ma.
Nagkuha sa day ka sa kwarta? Gaawat-awat na jud kasi mong papa, ha?
Namang good baligya sa tindahan nilang Auntie Arja. Isa na lang kakahon ba? Gusto ko ako mag-drawing niya. Walay color.
Nak, dili na maayo mangawat. Bisag ganahan pa kayo ka anak nga butang. Bisag ingani lang ta karon, dapat dili ka muna ko nga dautan. May sa sunod pangayo na lang sa ako, akit pangitaan ko ng pamaagi.
Sorry, ma. Gusto rin ko mag-drawing. Hindi na ako turon balik.
Bantay lang dyan sa sunod, ha? Oh, maayo na gid ka mag-drawing, no? Unsa man eh?
Spaghetti, ma. Chicken. Hotdog. Na yung marshmallow dahil.
Kani, unsa man eh?
Gold medal.
Medal?
Gusto mo kung makadaog sa poster making contest sa eskwelahan?
Nya, anong mamas iteryo ang puding isa?
Mauna mo ibutang sa gawas ka. Mag-apri na kasi mong karinderya.
Nya, anong naman yung tenda ni?
10 years old naman ko.
Oh, sige na. Tulog na dito. Hello, Mare! Hello, si Lizel ni.
Uy, Lizel! Kamusta?
Okay ra? Kana mangutana lang ta ko ba kung basin na amoy bakante nga trabaho diya sa inyong catering. Bisag katabang lang.
Na, wala ra ba? Pero maayo kay nakatawag ka. Natod ko yung bago na book nga birthday party. Pero tumura ka, putahi. Unsa man? Dawaton nimo? Dali ka sa akong kusina magluto.
Hala, sige. Akong dawaton, madam.
Sige. Kita taong malas 7.
Sige, salamat kayo, madam. Bye-bye.
A round of virtual applause for Krayola. So before we begin the talkback session, let's let the cast introduce themselves first. May I call on Isaac Arguelles, Camille May Reyes, and May Antonette Ceniza. And now for the production manager, Miss Monick Ducos. And for our director, Sir Tat Soriano. Yeah, so before we start the talkback session, let the cast introduce themselves first. So, Ice, can you start the introduction?
Yes, hello everyone. I am Isaac Matthew Arguelles, but you can call me Ice. And I am a resident artist of the Savior Stage, and I am currently studying at Savior University.
Thank you, Ice. Miss Camille Reyes.
Ang gabi sa tanan. Thank you kayo sa pagtanaw. My name is Camille Reyes or Camzie Reyes, and I play the role of Adia. And I'm currently studying AD Psychology 4th year, and I'm a resident artist of the Reys.
Thank you, Miss Camille. And Miss May Antonette Ceniza.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I'm May Antonette Ceniza, and I play the role May, the little girl in the play. And I am a batch 12 member of TXS, and I study at Xavier University.
Thank you so much, May. And so, let's begin the talkback session. Please utilize the chat box for your insights or comments. So, are there any comments?
I would just like to add na lang no, that Charyll, Jauculan, the one who played Lizel, is unavailable today. She has other engagements.
We have a question for the director by John Piso. How do you balance the element of theater and film now that you have to shoot your productions? Will this affect the direction that the company will adhere to in the long run? Sir Tat Soriano?
Yeah, thank you for your question, John. The road to get to where we are right now, what the productions of the Savior Stage are like right now, took a lot of time, no, to really contemplate and strategize on how we are able to mount productions, given that it's gonna be now a hybrid between theater and film. So we really decided on the fact that we will keep, you know, crucial elements of what makes up theater, such as the set design, the blocking, um, all aspects of theater. That it's gonna be just one take, no, and there are no cinematography, no camera movements. So we really emphasize that, so that and we also considered now the fourth wall, because the theater space, you know, has four sides, and the fourth wall is the bridge from the world where the characters are playing and with the audiences. No? So we made a point where we make the fourth wall now as a camera screen, no? Your monitors sa inyong computers. So we emphasize that, and really stood ground on that, so that we can really create a hybrid of a mixture, no, between theater and film. So in terms of, will this affect the direction that the company will adhere to in the long run? It actually affected us instantaneously, no? Because as we know, due to the pandemic, no, we really have to adapt to the times. No? We cannot, especially when we started production for this, Cagayan de Oro was alert level 3, no? And there was really a lot of, like, say, are we really going to push through with this? No, there were so many challenges, but definitely, no, it will affect us in the long run, because the process is different, no. Lahi ang proseso na karon. Okay, before, no, ako lang i-share, the process before was we had lots of, like, rehearsals, no, face to face, on, like, reading, then blocking, then we went to uniting, then curing. The difference now is that we do all of these rehearsals through online, no? So several rehearsals here, the way you see us right now, no? Inanime mag-rehearse. Then we just had 1 day shooting, no? So that's a different process entirely. So one of the challenge before was the actors cannot memorize, no? Because during rehearsals and practices, dara pa mag-memorize ang actors nung nga kalabay, no? So what we have was just 1 to 2 hours a night, or to 2 hours every night, not every night, no, pero during our schedules, and that's it. And then diretso na yung shoot. Then struggle sad ang one take. Of course, no, masayop na ng mga actors, no, mabulol, malimot sa lines, but yeah, it really shifted, no, the process on how we conduct theater. Okay, so yeah, that's it, no? I hope I answered the question, John.
Thank you, Sir Tat Soriano. I hope Sir Tat answered your question, John. So are there any questions or comments? Oh, we have here from Leo Forlan. I really like the production, and it is also a social critic about two families who's very different from each other financially and in education too. Congrats for all of you, because you could record all these sentences to play that in one shoot. So it is awesome. Can you tell more about this social critic? I think Sir Tat or Miss Camille? Either of you, sir.
Thank you, Leo, for that question. No? So as we've said in the opening program, that this is an entry for a National Theater Festival. So the theme for the National Theater, once again, ito comes hope, and itong their overall theme.
Overall theme nila, sir, was theater beyond borders amidst all social and environmental challenges.
Yeah, so that was the overall theme, and we were assigned the theme, theater and arts as crucial to address essential in addressing hunger and poverty. So I think Camzie can elaborate further on the story and what it is all about.
So, uh, ang gihatag mo gud sa mo ang theme for the festival was kato as we mentioned ni Sir Tat was oh my gosh. As arts and theater as essentials in addressing hunger and poverty. So what we did is kanang bitong dili siya kanang direct kaayo siya nga arts and poverty. Ang amukon is kanang bitong we made use of art as a medium or as a medium for an individual nga i-push nila themselves to get out of this certain situation. Ay kanang bitong like yeah mabutang ta nga naglisod sa aning situation ana pero we have to have this kanang drive within ourselves na dapat makalingkawas ta ani kailangan nato malingkawas ani for us to kanang bitong not only ma-better ang atong state atong situation but also the people that we have our families ayon po so
Okay, I would like also to add that if you've noticed, the scene one was actually a dream or a imagination of the main character May. No, she imagined what would be a perfect 10-year old birthday party would be like. No, so but when she blows her candle, her reality is now exposed. So going to the theme that was assigned to us, how do we make art as essential in addressing hunger and poverty? So instead of looking it in a macro scale, in a bird's eye view, we did it into a micro scale, family, the the family as how does a family address hunger and poverty through arts and theater. And we decided with the writing committee that we will use the crayon as inspiration of hope, as a trigger for hope to aspire to get away from poverty, to aspire to get away from challenges, and aspire for a better life. So that's what we did in our entry for Tanghal. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, Sir Tat. I hope Sir Tat answered your question, you. And we have a comment from Trixie Ann. Maayong gabi. Congrats everyone. Ask ko lang po sa playwrights, how did you came up po with the idea or concept of the story? And what are the processes you did while writing with other fellow playwrights? Thank you po and congratulations again. So I think ang maka-answer ani kay si Miss Camille Reyes.
May can also answer. She's also part of the playwriting.
Yes. After Camille, si May na yan.
So for the idea and concept, we wanted to create a story where the arts, we wanted to create a story about the arts in relating to the issues that are hunger and poverty. Unique siya. Dili siya kanang mo go with the cliches that we see or the kanang usual nga storylines bitong we can see in other plays, movies, or TV series, especially from sa Philippine mga telenovelas, ano bitaw. And then we then played on the idea of the question of what if. And then we ended up sa aning scenario where an individual is imagining a what if situation na very opposite sa iyang actual reality. So that's for the concept and idea for the story. And for the process, we stuck with a certain schedule where everybody was available. It was important for us as a team na kanang we are there, we are kanang present kanang we would like to be on the same boat sa how the story would go. And then in writing with my other fellow playwrights, we assigned each other to certain parts of the story so we could simultaneously write it. So na uban nga naka-assign sa beginning part sa story, na sa middle, and sa ending. Then it might be kanang confusing kayo siya to like how would you kanang isumpay nimo story pero actually it was very effective. Kaya kanang bitong makumusta na mo mga okay so button mo sa first okay then inganaw na mo amo ang sa middle part and so on and so forth and then another thing na was significant sa amo ang pag-work together was that communication was a really big part sa moa kay not only essential kay siya kay mo lang kanang we have to make up these parts of the story but as well as kanang bitong dili mag-shy away. Like, kung naa kay ma-offer nga idea or na kay ma-offer nga suggestion pilabay, kung basi magamit di ay or basi, okay, pwede na ito magpa-better, ana siya. And, yan po. Yan lang po. May?
So as Camille Reyes said nga, it was a like for me sa akong experience, it was like a long process para sa amo and at the same time it's very pressuring but it's very worth it kasi we are very collaborative in terms of getting concepts and ideas and at the end of it it's more of a ako ra maingon jud kay grabe kay may collaborative when it comes to putting the scenes in the scripts, especially sa part na in reality, kay murag ga-struggle mi sa reality part in which bato-bato jud og nung away ang mother and father. So yeah, and at the end it was.
Yeah, I would like to also add, the one thing we also did, not just with Krayola, but all our productions this year is we had a workshop, and i-criticize good ang work, like when we will read it and kung naiusa mo feel nga murag pangit lagi ni nga part or is murag awkward, this part is awkward or murag it's not flowing very good, so then we have like a session where we just okay, how do we address this, how do we fix this part, how do we make this story cohesive and harmonious bali, no? So yeah, it's really a collaborative effort from the playwriting team.
Thank you, Cams, May, and Sir Tat. I hope they answered your question, Trixie. So are there any questions or comments or insights? Yun, may comment si Alexa. Congrats, the River Stage. It was a very nice play. Sa mga actors po, since the play explores on two different realities, giunsa ninyo og explore sa duality of your roles. So I'm going to ask Ice, can you go first?
Hello. My characterization for this production is I am focusing on my character sa second scene, which is the alcoholic and abusive father. Because I believe na if I will master that character, my character in the first scene will be much easier na i-character. So akong focus gud siya. Wala na ako siya gikuan. Wala pud ko na method acting na maghimo pud ng abusive father and alcoholic, no, pero argued siyang gistudyhan and at the end ako ra din gibali na since makabalo naman ko ang core manggudani murag ang main gud na story ani kay katong sa second part which is the reality, and if I will master my character in the reality part, then okay na kayo akong character for the fantasy part which is ang scene 1. So katara.
Thank you, Ice. Miss Camille?
For the role of Adya, the way I explored the duality of her role was through her environment and relationship she has with the family. So, sa first lugar na scene, she is very happy, very outgoing, and very loving sa iyang friend na si Rizza. And then, ang kung na is, environment niya is wala kasi problemahon, okay lang, carefree lang, friendship and all, and And then katong sa scene 2, katong sa ilahang actual reality gyud, of course nga na gyud ang gawas ni Adia like na very rough ang exterior really rough ang exterior ni Adia kay mga na lisod ba po ng panahon, and then na as like other people go nga gapangita mo ka gapangita tagpaagi nga maka-survive sa everyday life. So ayun po.
Thank you for your answer, Cams. Miss May, Antonette, Ceniza.
As for my character, si May, the little girl, she in the play she's consistent in both realities. Kay it's her perspective, man. It's her imagination. Though I explored on how the character would feel as she imagines her picture perfect nga life, then mata rin siya kalit sa reality. So yung fantasy, kay she's that happy little girl and she feels that she got all what every child could have, like the birthday surprise, her loving parents, her favorite food, and winning a contest sa ilang eskwelahan. Ngayon, happy siya. And then she wakes up in her reality, in scene 2, there's a mixture of sadness and hopefulness. Like, nasya dito, gadunggan niya yung away sa mama and papa, yet there's innocence, her innocence as a child goes through and she continues to draw on what seems to be like more expression of innocent hope for her and her family.
Thank you so much, May, and thank you also to Isaac Arguelles and Miss Camille Reyes. There's a comment by Mr. Leo Furlan. I want to understand one thing about it. So it was a dream from the girl who was imagining how life could be, but also we can see her parents fighting in front of her. What do you think about the consequences of it in her growing as a person? I think Miss Camille Reyes or Miss May Antonette Ceniza can answer this question.
What do you think about the consequences of it? Well, in her reality, of course, it's gonna affect her big time. Okay? Because of her situation, it's not conducive. It's not an environment, a nice environment for a child to grow up. But because of circumstances, she doesn't have a choice. But ultimately, it really depends on how the child is brought up. Would it be they would be influenced with how the father treats the little girl, or would it be empowered over the mother's love for the girl? So it really depends.
Thank you, Miss Camille Reyes. Thank you, Mr. Leo Furlan. Yes, sir, that.
Yes, no, I would like to also add, in terms of the consequences of the little girl growing as a person, we really wanted to showcase a certain reality that many people who are living in these kinds of situations, and though it is painful to watch, but these experiences are true and they are very much frequent and rampant sa mga in our communities as well. So the consequences, I think, are as what Camzie said, dependent on how moving forward, as the film or as the play, as the characters in the play move forward in their lives. It actually depends because we only showcased a certain amount of time, parang a slice of life, of a reality that we face in our community, and we have to accept as well. So yeah, and it showed in the end of the play, where the mother actually affirms the child's talent for drawing, and even though that the child stole money to buy the crayons, but there's a forgiveness, and I think that love there can be seen, and hopefully the the little girl will grow up to be someone, or to aspire to aspire the dream or achieve the dream that she had in scene one. Okay, I think. Thank you so much, Leo, for your insight and question.
Thank you, Sir Tat. Um, okay, from Shara, there's a comment from Shara. Congratulations again for the director as well. What considerations should student artists take when planning to have virtual play like this, but are just allowed to shoot in their homes? How does critiquing of the process go for you? So, Sir Tat?
Yes, no. We are very fortunate that the members of their Savior Stage are college students, and they have permissions from their parents to go out and convene in a certain location where we can shoot. Of course, we follow certain health protocols, and we made sure that everyone was vaccinated, and so that we can really attain what we aspired now, that to make it as a theater that has blocking, that has a set, that that is only one take. We strive to really eliminate the use of technology with regards to video editing and cutting scenes and things like that. So what would what consider there are so many ways to, I wanna say, attack theater productions online. So there are several productions that are even theater companies that are doing theater plays similar to this, like the way you see it. We just change the background from set, and we can converse. I can converse with, what do you see? I can converse with someone at the top or someone at the bottom. So that could be also a way you can really attack theater productions virtually. And I have seen some productions that are doing that. And it actually depends, because we really, in this time, we really have to be resourceful and innovative in how can we really mount productions. Okay, during the first part of 2020, it was like a struggle, to really have the motivation. Are we just gonna lie low for the next? We don't know when the pandemic ends. So what we did as a company, as an organization, we gathered together. How can we achieve this? What do we need to do? So basically, our first step was to really, let's test out our technology. What are the technologies available to us right now? So during 2020 to 2021, first part of the 2021, we just explored on how to produce content through Zoom meetings, things like that. And after that, during the later part of 2021, okay, we decided, okay, let's try it. Let's push for it. So we now actually produced 1, 2, and this is the third production for this school year, and we're really happy with what we have achieved. And in terms of the critiquing process, it's just a chaos. I would say chaos. We are in a Zoom meeting. For example, if this is a Zoom meeting, we will be sharing screen the script, and we will go back, baliki ang kwan, baliki sa tumurag awkward lagi ni, Then okay, unsa may suggestion. There was really no systematic process, because as creatives, we like to be fluid in terms of sharing ideas and sharing concepts. So we really don't have. We want to be as flexible and fluid as possible in terms of workshopping our materials. So yeah, that's our process. There's no like step 1, read the script. No, there's no step by step process in critiquing our works. But the thing I also love is we developed a sense of openness with one another. We don't get offended when someone criticizes our ideas or inputs. So that's the thing we have to also we developed as a company as well, and take every criticism as something that would better the production, and not attack us personally. Thank you, Shara, for that.
Thank you, Sir Tat Soriano. We have a comment from Crystal Clear. Congratulations, TXS. I have a question po for the production team. What were the struggles of handling your production in the new normal, and how did you cope with it? Miss Monick Ducos, can you answer this question, please?
And as the production of this production, as the production manager of this production, it's one of the struggles that I've really encountered was really looking for cast or crew, and we already planned to shoot it face to face, so we need to look for actors that is capable and kanang okay nga mag-shoot face to face. Since we're still in a pandemic, we need to prioritize first the health and safety of every person involved due to production, and we really make sure that everyone is already vaccinated. We observe proper health protocols, and we prepare essentials like alcohols, masks, and other things. And we really make sure that everyone is feeling well before we started everything. So that's all.
Thank you, Monick Ducos. I hope Miss Monique answered your question, Miss Krista. So are there any questions or comments or insights? Na pa ba? I think wala naman tingali. So, from Mr. Leo Ferland. Thank you for answering my questions, and also I can see a really deep message on it, because we can see a girl who lives in poverty with her drunk father, and her mother who was fighting to keep all the family and pay the bills. And the girl was imagining a perfect reality in her mind. It's great to see how she expresses her emotions on drawing, and also how art can save us. Thank you so much, Mr. Leo Ferland, for that wonderful comment. We really appreciate it. So, I think wala naman tingali. Are there any more questions or insights? I think wala na, no? So, thank you everyone, no, for the insights and comments. As theater practitioners, it is an honor for us when our works stimulate conversation. So thank you everyone for watching, and thank you also for participating in our talkback session. I hope you have taken something from the play. And again, I am Jules Pamisa, and we would like to thank you for supporting theater and the arts. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Stay safe, inspire, and take care. Goodbye, everyone.
Thank you very much.
Bye. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching.
Bye-bye, guys. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Hello.